Hey guys, where have I been? It's been a couple weeks since I posted a video. Things have been pretty hectic around the house. My wife started a new job, she's on a different schedule, and you know, wrangling 3 kids, it's kind of tough to make a video. So I apologize about that. As you saw in the beginning of the video, I have a new ride. Here, check it out. I already love it. It's so much easier than hauling that little wagon behind my 4-wheeler. Having that dump bed in the back is huge. So anyway, I know it's been a while since my video, and my Cornish cross look way different than they did before. They are now 7 weeks and 2 days. Their butcher date is Monday. I am going to butcher these guys Monday. So anyway, I'm going to bring you in here and I'm going to talk about them a little bit. Alright guys, first of all, you thought I was going to leave this chicken tractor in my yard, didn't you? Now, I brought it up here to the field. I got it in my orchard, and it is working out really, really well. I'm going slightly downhill, so moving it's not a problem at all. I started out with 17 Cornish cross, and like I said, they are 7 weeks and 2 days old. I did lose 3. Now, I was able to salvage the meat. Their legs gave out from under them, so I went ahead and butchered them early. I butchered 2 at 5.5 weeks, and I butchered 1 at about 6 weeks. So they didn't go to waste, but their legs did break down, and they were no longer able to stand or walk, eat, drink, nothing like that. So I went ahead and intervened and went ahead and called them. But I hope you liked the video where I built this. I failed to mention it probably cost me approximately $150 to build this. The number one cost was the hardware cloth that I used to wrap around it, and then the rest would be the treated lumber that I used. Other than that, it's pretty cheap, and I would estimate about $150. But my Cornish cross look great, the ones that I have left. I'm expecting to butcher them on Monday, and I'll bring you along with me on that. But I couldn't be happier with the chicken tractor, and I really enjoy raising these meat chickens, and I can't wait to bring that to you. I also wanted to show you guys the little quick update on the pea chicks and also the goslings. It's been a while since you've seen them, and they've changed quite a bit. So anyway, here they are. You can tell that these guys have substantially changed. It's one of the problems with the Cornish cross. A lot of people tend to hate on them. However, there isn't really a chicken that adequately replaces them. If you look at a head-to-head with just about any chicken, the Cornish cross always comes out on top when it comes to time, money, and the quality of the carcass at the end of raising them. They just, every time you look to replace them, you end up coming back to them. Now, however, I did find a breed of chickens that I've never heard of before. I want to do a head-to-head with them. So I'm going to try to keep everything controlled as the best as I can, and I'm going to bring you along on a series and do a weekly update on them. The negatives with the Cornish cross is they grow so fast, a lot of times their legs will break down or they'll just randomly die. A lot of people look at them as like a Frankenbird. They pretty much, they sit, they eat, they poop, and that's about it. They don't act too much like a chicken. They're just kind of lazy. They lay around and they don't forage very well. And a lot of people try to find an alternative to that, and they just can't find it. If you look on YouTube, you'll find a lot of comparison videos on the Cornish cross versus the Freedom Rangers. Living Tradition Homestead does a really good job comparing the two. And spoiler alert, the Cornish cross is just too hard to beat. So I want to do something a little different. I came across a different breed that I'd like to try, and I'm going to show you those now. Alright guys, I was navigating the internet and I came across these slow growing white broilers on Whelp Hatchery. Obviously when I compare the two of these, the name slow growing is in the name, so I don't expect them to beat the Cornish cross in speed. However, I want to see, can we find a more self-sustainable chicken? What would the carcass comparison at the end be like? And maybe we could find an alternative to the Cornish cross for the homestead style setting. I went ahead and ordered some. One thing about Whelp Hatchery, you got a 25 chick minimum, and so therefore I had to get 25 of each. So I ordered 25 Cornish cross. They sent me 26, and I ordered 25 of the slow growing white broilers. They sent me 25. I did have one slow growing white broiler die on me, so I'm down to 24 and 26. So I'm going to try to do my best to keep all the conditions the same. I'm going to build a second chicken tractor. We're going to run them side by side up into the field, and I'm going to do a weekly update, and we're going to weigh them. I'm going to do the feed conversion. I'm going to figure out everything we can financially and also see how self-sustainable they are. Now I ordered both of these chicks are straight run, so I have a mixture of males and females. At the end I am going to save, I would say maybe 3 of the slow white broilers and not butcher them and mix them in with my egg layers. And I want to see if I can breed them and keep a more self-sustainable breed on the homestead. Therefore I could just hatch out the eggs instead of going back and buying the Cornish cross each and every time. So anyway, I'm going to show them to you. I got one of each here, and these Cornish cross are unbelievable how fast they grow. And here is the slow white broiler. They look almost identical, and I would say there's only about 1 day difference between them. They came 2 days apart, but you can see the size difference. You can see the size difference already between them. So there's Cornish cross, slow growing white broiler right here. So like I said, we're going to keep the conditions the same, and I feel like if we're expecting a race, Cornish cross is going to win this. But overall, what one's going to be the better chicken to have on the homestead? And we are going to find out. I have seen almost zero information about these chickens online, so I'm excited to see what happens and how they compare. So anyway, if you want to follow along, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will have weekly updates on this, and I can't wait to bring it to you. So anyway, I will see you guys soon in the next video. Thanks for watching.